Alright, so we got Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the guitar solo today. Now, the beginning of it, it's kind of controversial on how everybody starts it. Pretty sure it goes like this. Oh, sorry, not like that. Now, obviously that's slowed down. It's kind of messy whenever I slow it down and don't have any distortion because you can hear every single little thing. But then it's going to go into the simple enough. Now the chorus, so it's going to hit that G right there. Okay, now the picking pattern to that. It's a little specific, but it's going to go. Simple enough, and you just kind of repeat that. Right before the solo kicks in, just to kind of give you a little preface of it, it's going to be in G minor, primarily, G pentatonic, the rocker's bread and butter. Now, whenever I say go to the octave part of that, that's going to be. Oh, that is one of the notes in there. Eventually, it goes into the Dorian, but then it's going to be resting a little bit. It's going to be resting in that one, so it's going to be. Oh, sorry. And that's the root position. Well, it's actually not the root position, but we're going to be dealing with that a little bit later. That's a little bit more on the major scale. But let's take a look at the beginning of it. Now, it's not going to sound the same without the distortion behind it. But hey, we deal with what we got right now. So it's going to bend on the G string on the 5th fret. So you're just kind of slowly bend it up a whole step. That's your target note. Is eventually that D, the D note. So it's going to do a double. Going to go back to that but make sure you're playing position playing. We'll go back to that on another video. But it's so it's once again just kind of outlining the whole entire G minor chord, and a little bit extra. So you're going to be. Now that little part, you're going to do it's almost like a hitch and go in football. Whenever you're going for a route and then you just kind of stop. It's going to be, and then carry on with the run. So you're establishing where that G is, and then you're going to do a double stop on the B and G string on the 3rd fret. So. So then sliding up to the next set of double stops past this one, that's a cool riff if you want to just use that by yourself on another solo that you're making up. You know, you can get like kind of almost rockabilly with it or something. But you're going to go, so that's sliding up to the 7, hitting that 6th fret on the 2nd string, and then you're going to slide up, do the same exact thing. 7, 9. Slide back up to the 9, hit the 8, and then you're going to bend up a whole step up to the B on the A on the B string. That's a lot to handle here. Just the 10th fret on the 2nd string. So you're going to catch that with the pinky on the 1st string, same fret. And hit the 9 on the 3rd string. And then hit the 11. You're going to bend another whole step on up to the 13th fret, which is a C. So you've almost established that minor key again. And now we go up to the octave part, which is what I was talking about earlier. All that good stuff. Now what we're going to do after we go... so you're going to bend up on the 18th fret of the second string and give that little bit of a vibrato if you can work it in there. And then on the 15th fret on the first and second string, and then 18th fret on the second string. So that's going to be on the third string. You're going to go to the 17th fret, and then double stop on the 17th, B and G, and then the 15th fret on the same thing. So now this is the next part. Goes. So that's going to be bending up on the 17th fret and then catching the 18th fret. And then back to the G right here. So you're just kind of dancing all around doing the same thing, but just with a couple of variations in there. Now here comes the next part. So that's going to be 18th fret on the first string. So you're going to kind of bend up a whole step and then a half step. So you're bending up to that note and then bending up to that note the second time. And then 17th fret. So it's going to be 17th fret, going to bend a half step. So it's 17, 15, 17, no bend. And then up to the 18th fret on the second string. And then on the 18th fret, you're going to bend it a whole step. And then 15, 18. And that's going to be on the third string. And now here's the last bit right here. It's going to be a 15 to 17. And then hang on that 17. Back to the 15 on the first string. Bend on the 7th string. You're going to only do a half step. And now go back to the G. So here's the whole thing in order. So I'll get you out of here quick. So.